Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness, a daily podcast devoted to spirituality and self-help. If you're new, I want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk to you about what to do when you're out of alignment. And what does that mean to be out of alignment anyway? Well, in my own personal experience, when I feel like things are just not lining up for me, when things start to become a struggle for me, whether it's in my business or with teaching or even with raising my own children, there are times in my life when things start to become a real struggle. And I know you've all been there, and I'm sure that many of you are feeling that way right now, especially with everything that's going on with the quarantine. It just might feel to you like life is moving backwards. It's moving at such a slow pace, and it might feel to you like everything is a huge struggle. And I totally understand where you're coming from. But for me, anytime something has been a struggle for me in my life, what I've realized is that I'm out of alignment with that particular thing. So how do you get back into alignment? Well, I think the first thing is to realize in the first place that you are out of alignment. So when you're out of alignment with something, you may notice that, like for me, when I'm out of alignment in my business, I notice things get really slow. And it feels like work. It feels like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I need to do that. I have days where sometimes I do nothing and all of this business comes in. And then I have other days where I feel like I'm out there like promoting myself and doing all of these things and nothing happens. And I know that when I'm seeing the abundance flowing in, I'm not doing anything extra. I'm just there and things start flowing in. And yet the days when I'm out there going, what do I have to do? I need to do this. That's when it seems like nothing is happening and everything is so difficult. That's when I know that I'm misaligned somewhere. When you're in alignment with the universe, things don't feel like work. It's like things just flow in and you're like, where did this come from? That's what it feels like. And for me lately, I've been feeling a little bit out of alignment with a lot of things. And I understand what's causing it for me. I've just gone through so many rapid changes that sometimes I have to stop and really get myself back into spiritual alignment. It's the everyday goings on of my life that's causing me to get out of alignment because I'm not taking the time that I know I should be taking to do my meditations, to do my tappings, to do my affirmations, all of those things. They've fallen to the wayside. And you may be thinking the same thing. And I think that for many people, a big part of it is being home and being on quarantine and having your routine just totally thrown up in the air. It can be a little bit depressing. And although I don't feel like this quarantine is making me lose my mind or anything, it does feel oddly like things are not right. Something's off. And so for me, it's like a giant wake-up call. Like, yes, you're out of alignment with some things. You need to take care of yourself and you need to start getting back into alignment. And I've been seeing posts and people have, sent me messages that they need to feel like everything's going to be okay and having faith, knowing that things are going to work out. And here's what I'm here to tell you today. When you are in alignment, the fears go away. When you start to notice the fears creeping up for you, that's when you know you're out of alignment with whatever it is. If it's in a relationship, if it's with a job, if it's just in your normal daily routine, if fears are somehow now creeping in and starting to run the show, it's because you're out of alignment. Now that happens to all of us. I've even heard my mentor, Julia Treat, talking about how she can get out of alignment sometimes too. We all do. I really feel like that's just a part of living this human experience. We're not immune to being thrown off of our path sometimes. We're not immune to things causing us to lose sight of what's really important. But it's important that when that happens, we become aware of it so that we can then fix it. And it's totally fixable. And the really, really good news is it's fixable immediately. As soon as you realize that you're out of alignment, you can fix it and get back into alignment. The first thing that happens when we get out of alignment is we start thinking bad thoughts, right? Those fearful thoughts creep in, like, what if we never come out of quarantine? Or for me, it's what if my book never sells? What if my business doesn't pick up? What if I never find that special someone? All those things, right? Those thoughts start to creep in. Okay, well, that's the first step, is in recognizing that you're having those thoughts. Those fear-based thoughts mean that you are totally out of alignment. So now that you've recognized, hey, I'm having more negative thoughts lately than I usually do. I must be out of alignment with something. The second step is to figure out, what is it that I'm out of alignment with? What are these fear-based thoughts centered around? Are they centered around my job? Are they centered around what's happening in society? What is it? If you notice that the fear-based thinking is surrounded by society and what's happening, a big part of what could be influencing that is what you're watching. Are you watching a lot of the news? And I get it if you are, because we want to be updated. But also, sometimes you have to disconnect yourself for a little bit. You need to take some breaks. I call them brain breaks. We need to go remove ourselves from what is causing this toxicity within our thinking. And for many of us, that is the news, the media, because we like to feed on negativity. They won't tell you how many people have recovered from the coronavirus. They're going to tell you how many people died to, succumb to it, because that's what sells. It's sensationalism. And that's been the case for as long as I've been alive. So what do we do then if we want to get away from that? We need to take a break. This might mean just, taking a break from the news and going and doing something that's positive, like reading a good book or listening to a motivational TED Talk or a motivational podcast. I think I can think of one or two motivational podcasts, or even just go for a walk. Do something where you get outside your head a little bit. We all need that from time to time. You may even feel like you're out of alignment when it comes to having to homeschool your children. You may think, oh my gosh, now my relationship with my kids is out of alignment because I have to be the bad guy, both making them do chores and making them do their schoolwork, and that's totally understandable. As a teacher, I totally get the whole struggle because I am both a teacher and also a mom trying to push my kids past this finish line so they graduate. So I get it. I'm there with you. I totally understand. It has been a struggle making my kids do anything with their schoolwork, and I'm ready for summer. I don't know about any of you. But those are the kinds of things we can be out of alignment with. Now, what you need to do is recognize where it's coming from. Why are you out of alignment? For me, with my business, if I'm out of alignment, it's usually a self-doubt thing going on, right? It's a self-worth issue, and I have to address that. If it's with your love life, this could also be a self-worth thing going on. I don't know. Every person is going to have a different story, but it really is just that. These are stories we're telling ourselves that we're not good enough, we're not this, we're not that, and those are just BS stories. They are not the truth. It's just what our ego tells us. So you get out of alignment, recognize why are you out of alignment. The next thing that you can do is to reach for a thought that feels better. So if your out of alignment thought says something like you're not good enough, the better thought would be I am more than enough. I can't express how important this part is. You have to stop the cycle of negative thinking. And that can be very difficult to do. But it is so important and so necessary. If we want to manifest things, we have to be in positive thoughts and a high vibration, or else we're not going to be able to manifest anything. In fact, we're going to end up manifesting the things we don't want because that's what we're focused on. We're focused on those fear-based thoughts. We have to get out of our own head here. So in order to do that, you need to take some time to, when you recognize and identify the fear-based thought, right? I'm out of alignment. I always stop, take a deep breath, and then I say to myself and to the universe, I recognize that I'm out of alignment with my business. Or universe, I recognize that I'm out of alignment with my book. Universe, I realize I'm out of alignment in the relationship with my children. Please help me to get back into alignment. Help me to reach for better feeling thoughts. And help me to stop this negative thinking. Thank you. Amen. And then I try to reframe those thoughts that I've had. So if I thought to myself, this homeschooling is so difficult, it's ridiculous, I might say something like, this homeschooling is just an opportunity for me to push myself out of my comfort zone and to understand what my kids go through every day when they're at school. Something that's a better feeling thought, right? That sounds much better than I can't do this. We know it's difficult, but we have to be able to survive it and to push through it. And our whole team is here and wants to help us, but we have to take the first few steps. And that's number one, recognizing when we're out of alignment, what we're out of alignment with, why it's happening, and then asking the universe for help. And I've been talking about the archangels and ascended masters the past few podcast episodes. We can absolutely call on them to help us get back into alignment. And I love that. I love the fact that there's never a too late moment. Like, nope, you've had one too many negative thoughts. Sorry for you. Go to the end of the line. It doesn't work like that. We can get back into alignment at any point. We can choose a better thought at any second of any part of our day. So even if you wake up on the wrong side of the bed, which has happened to many of us, you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're late for the living room because that's where you're going to spend your whole day. You know, everyone's crabby and you have to help your kids with their homework and you hate Common Core math and you don't understand why are they not borrowing and carrying anymore and this doesn't make any sense to you and what the heck. You need a teacher to teach you so then you can teach the kids. And then you're frustrated and you want to drink an entire bottle of wine and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. I get it. We've all had those days. So when you realize, hey, it's 11 o'clock and I'm having the crappiest day ever, we can stop ourselves, take a deep breath and say, okay, universe, I'm out of alignment today. I need to get myself back into alignment. And sometimes it's not as simple for me as simply going, I need to get back into alignment. If it were that easy, right? You're like, yeah, is it really that easy? Sometimes it takes more than that. It depends on what my day has been like. If I've had a whole day where I've just had craptastic things happening to me all day long, and I'm just letting it drag me down, I have to do more than just say, I'm out of alignment, universe. First, I have to clear my energy. And you can do that very simply by closing your eyes and asking the white light or whatever color light you want of the universe to come down and cleanse you and remove any and all toxins. Then I have to do the I'm out of alignment, and sometimes I might need to do a tapping on top of that because sometimes to get rid of the foul mood that I'm in, I have to do the tapping. Because let me tell you, I understand it if you're going through like 50,000 mood cycles a day. We all are. We're all with you. We're going through a huge energetic shift, first of all, so we're feeling a lot of different things. But we're also being challenged and being pushed outside of our comfort zone in a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways. So the fact that you're getting up every day and trying, kudos to you. You're doing an awesome job because this is the kind of thing that might make you want to stay in bed all day with the covers over your head or just bring a bottle of wine into your bed and never get out of it. I get it. But the fact that you're showing up and you're getting up and you're being there for your kids, and even if maybe you think that you're the worst teacher they've ever had and you hope they don't get you again next year, that's okay. You're doing your best. Nobody's perfect at this. You know, the one thing that I love about where I'm working is our superintendent says over and over again, don't beat yourself up. We're new at this. We've never had to do this before. We're all learning. You're going to try things that don't work. You're going to try things that do work. Keep the lessons and the things that don't work and keep doing the things that do and have patience with yourself. It's a process. And I would say the same thing to all of you. You have to have patience with yourself. We're in new territory, and it's especially difficult for those of us who are being called on to play many roles. And for those of you who still have to get up and go to work, and you're putting yourself out there every day and risking that you might get sick, that's a worry too, and I get it. And we're sending you lots of prayers and positive thoughts, and you're making a difference just in doing what you have to go and do every day. And so we thank you for that. But know that getting back into alignment is so important, because living your best life is not a life where you have all of these fear-based thoughts and where you doubt yourself all the time. That's not fun. So it's important that you get back into alignment as quickly as you can. But again, it takes living in the present moment and realizing when you get out of alignment. And I think that being in this place where we have to slow down, like we're being forced to slow down, we see the ways in which we are out of alignment with ourselves. And it can be very frustrating. So take the time, this is where you could do a little journaling work. Sit down and think of what thoughts have been coming into your head lately that you don't like. And how can you change those thoughts? And how do you think those thoughts, what do you think is triggering them? Because there's always a trigger. And it's usually always something deeper. I talked about on the episode yesterday about doing shadow work. And it's so important we do shadow work. These thoughts are often what lead us to that inner shadow work. But it's so super important to do it. It really is. Even if it's not fun. And we can so easily get back into alignment. It's not a lost cause. Take a breath. Acknowledge that you're out of alignment. And you may not even know why. You may not have any idea. You may be like, yeah, all these crappy thoughts are coming into my brain and I'm not happy with it, but I don't know why it's happening. So ask for some clarity and guidance for that. You can say to your team, or if you call it God, your higher power, whatever, the divine, whatever you want to call it, you can speak directly and say, what is this about? What is this about? Why are all of these negative thoughts flooding me right now? What are you trying to show me? What is this teaching me? Because there's always a lesson there. So do the work, stop, take a breath. Okay, why am I in this negative headspace? All right, and how can I get myself out of it? We can reframe our thoughts. That's one thing. Reach for better thoughts. And if you have like a oracle deck with positive affirmations, and you don't have to have one, maybe you have Pinterest and you have all these affirmations posted there, pinned there. If you can't think of something to change your mood or your thought, go find something that will. Go find some affirmations on YouTube. You can look back at my podcast. I know I have affirmations on there on other podcast episodes, but do something where you're actively seeking out better thoughts. And I have an affirmation deck and I like to use it, and I'll just pull a card for myself and be like, okay, universe, what do I need to see today? And I'll pull a card, and it's usually exactly the message I needed, and it's exactly what I needed to get me out of my little funk and to get back into alignment. Another thing that you can do when you're out of alignment is to take the focus off yourself. Go do something to help someone else. Helping others, it's something you can do. It can take a lot of time or very little time. It depends on what you choose to do. But go help someone else, because it makes you feel better about yourself. And we're not so much in our own head. We see, oh, you know what? My life could be so much worse. Other people are struggling with much more than I am. And it kind of takes us out of that victim mentality mindset. So go do something. You could either say, well, every time I have a negative thought, I'm going to do something for someone else, whether that's I'm going to donate $5 here or $10 here, or I'm going to donate an hour of my time to go do something. There are a lot of food banks that are still serving people during this time. And that's one of the things my brother and I did, was we went and we helped serve food. And it was hard work. I'm not even going to lie. It was like we were sweating. It was hot. We had 300 cars that came. But it was a good feeling and a feeling of accomplishment knowing that we were able to help other people. So for me, finding some way that I can help others is always a way that helps me to get back into alignment, because I get out of my own head and I stop thinking about the woe is me, why is this happening to me? And I think about what I have that I'm so grateful for. Well, even though life is tough right now, I have a home, I have food, my children are with me, we're all safe, I still have my job. Like, all of these things are going for me. So start listing all of the things you're thankful for. Showing gratitude and just getting in a sense of gratitude and a state of gratitude is another way to quickly get yourself out of that pity party. But it's easy to do. I get it. It's easy to go to that place of poor me, life sucks, it's not fair, all of those things. That's not going to help you. It's just going to keep you stuck. So when you start thinking those things, quickly turn it around, okay? No, I'm not thinking this anymore. Say rewind, delete to those thoughts. I know I'm out of alignment. I'm going to get back in alignment. I need your help, universe, to get back in alignment. I'm going to start choosing better thoughts. I'm going to go use my time to help others, so I don't have all this time to sit around and feel sorry for myself. Instead, I'm helping other people to better themselves. So all of this is possible. It truly, truly is. Well, the biggest thing is just be patient. Have patience with yourself. This is a process. We are going to get through it, but it's going to take a minute. So give yourself some time, give yourself some space. Do things that you can to pamper yourself. I know we're kind of limited, but you can still take a hot bath with a glass of wine. And you know what? This is the thing. Okay, so the other day, my bathtub, the faucet is leaking, and now I can't use it, and my uncle is going to come and take a look at it. He's a plumber, but he'll do it when he feels like it. So it'll be the next few days, and it's not going to be something that gets taken care of right away. So I can't take a bath at night anymore. And it's like the one thing that I love to do. And it's like my self-care, because I light candles and I listen to music and I put in Epsom salt and some of the essential oils, and I love it. And I can't do that now. Like, I have to take a shower in the morning, which is still okay. And I told myself, you still have water. You still get to shower. You still get to be clean, even though it's maybe not the method you prefer. You're still getting to get clean. And there are good things about taking a shower too, because if you have sore muscles, you can let the hot water run on it, and you can do the energy clearing, imagining that the water running out of the shower head is clearing your energy. So I've been doing that and thinking of other ways that, don't let this turn you into like, oh, I'm so miserable, I can't believe it. Like, you're still comfortable, you're still living a good life. So remember that. But that's what happens to us. We can get so easily out of alignment and go, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. It's not. And everything's going to be okay. And this too shall pass. We have to have faith, knowing that the universe has our backs. And even if we're not seeing things happen right now, things are happening behind the scenes on our behalf. So remember that and keep the faith, and know that I am here for all of you if you need me. I have so many free tools for you that you can use to help you get through this. You can check out the meditations that I have on my YouTube channel, and I might go add some tappings there too. I'm going to make some more stuff. I just haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do that today. So look for new things added to my YouTube channel to help you get through this time. And we will get through it, and we're going to be better than ever before. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to pull a couple of cards for you today. So I was going to pull a card, but two came out, and I wanted to take them both. It's from the Goddess Guidance Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And the first card that I pulled for you is Sekhmet. It's Be Strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. I think that this applies to each and every one of us, especially during this time. It's not an easy thing to be in quarantine, but you're all doing so well, and you're going to get through it, and we are going to be better because of it. So keep the faith, okay? Everything is going to be okay. We're going to come out of this stronger than ever. And I want to get the extended reading here too, because I think that we need it right now. So it says, see yourself as strong and victorious. Don't complain about anything. Don't blame anyone or any condition. You're the embodiment of strength, not victimhood. As you rise above the old tendencies and see yourself in the new light of beautiful feminine strength, your life will automatically shift in miraculous ways. You'll attract new opportunities, forms of abundance, and relationships to help you manifest your highest potential. Being strong means seeing yourself in the most favorable light that you can imagine. Be real, allow yourself to feel genuine emotions, but most of all, be strong. And the various meanings mean don't underestimate yourself, don't yield to pressure or temptation, avoid complaining or indulging in negative thinking, engage in weight training exercises to make your body stronger. All right, and then the second card that I pulled for you is Pele. Pele is the goddess of fire, and the message is divine passion. So I still feel like many of us are being called to figure out what our true heart's desire is right now. For many of us, this isolation actually might be a blessing because it might be teaching us what we don't like about our lives, what didn't we like, what wasn't working before, and how can we make that better. And it could be your career, it could be a relationship, it could also just be the way that you lived your life before. So it says, be honest with yourself. What's your heart's true desire? If you listen to the sound of your heart and breath, you'll recognize the ancient rhythms of your own internal drumming. This forever connects you to the mother of all creation and to the sound of the planet Earth. These rhythms can't be faked or forged. They're natural and eternal. What part of you are you trying to ignore? What part of you has been overly concerned with pleasing others to the detriment of hearing the sound of your own rhythm? Dear child, reach out and extend your arms to embrace your dreams. They're just as much a part of nature as are the trees, animals, and sunsets. Don't your own dreams deserve the same respect that you accord everyone and everything that you love? Listen to them, my child. Listen to your dreams. They'll activate the powerful eruption of passion in your life. Don't be afraid of your own passion, for it will propel you naturally and will excite and invigorate you. When you dance to the rhythm of your life, you're truly alive in all ways. All right, and one of the main messages here is make sure that your career matches your true interest. Take a class to start a hobby that really excites you, and we have time for that now. Change jobs, go on a wonderful trip. We can't do that right now, but we can plan one for later. Invest time and money in manifesting your dreams. Give yourself permission to go for it. Start a new business. Make an honest assessment of how you spend your time. List your priorities. And I said that. I said, part of this isolation is maybe seeing that we didn't spend our time in the most wise way. Maybe we wasted our time doing a lot of things that really weren't good for us. So now we have the time to reevaluate everything. So take time to do that. See this as a gift from the universe for us to really re-examine and reevaluate our lives and if we were truly living them to the fullest. All right, guys, I love you so much, and I want to thank you for being here with me today. If you like this oh my goodness, I cannot speak right now. If you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please share it with others. Please leave a review from wherever you're listening. That helps others to find me, and I thank you so much to those of you who've already done that. If you want to work with me, you can go to my website, melissaoatman.com. There you can find all of the services that I offer, as well as a description. You can purchase a service from my offerings page. And when you're ready to schedule, simply contact me and we'll set up your appointment. All of my services are done through Zoom. We meet online in the Zoom program. And there we will meet. I do Reiki from there. I do past life regression, whatever you want to do. I use Zoom. So simply contact me. And also don't forget to follow me on social media. I go live Mondays at 6:30 Central on Facebook for a free card reading. I also post videos to Instagram. So check it out. And thank you to those of you who follow me. You can still purchase my book, Beautifully Broken. It's my story about how I survived divorce and single motherhood. I also give you lots of free tools for how to put your life back together again. It's really not just for anyone who's been through a divorce or breakup, it's for anyone who's ever experienced a life-changing event. So purchase my book. And if you have purchased my book and you like it, please leave me a review from wherever you purchased it. That helps others to find me as well. Thank you so much to all of you. I am sending you so much love and light. I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.